Yo, guys, I woke up today to a Mastercraft remix of Justin Bieber's Peaches, featuring Alpha P and Omale, as in the kind of ginger with it and just embed for my soul. These are the and people most people don't know this, but when I was in the music industry, these were the days. These were the days that we like pictured. This was the big picture that we saw, that at some point in the near future, the world will recognize, acknowledge, accept, embrace, and celebrate our music. The thing that I like the most is how unapologetically Nigerian the Nigerian artists are keeping it, even when they do these features. I love it. When Omale enter, follow yarn anything way we say concern now. Nigerians in the yarn inside the song, and you guys can't understand. I have goosebumps right now. You can't understand how that shit makes me feel. It makes me like it. There's something about just being true to yourself, man. Do your own. You know what I'm saying? Like, represent your own. There's some authenticity that I don't know how to explain it, but the point I'm trying to make is that I'm super ginger this morning, and I've probably played the song like 100 times now. If you guys haven't heard it, go check it out. It's out everywhere: Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your music. It's called Peaches. It's the Mastercraft remix. Hell, it's Justin Bieber's newest release. How about that? And this is some mind-blowing stuff. And I also heard some rumors. I don't even know if I should share this, but I heard some rumors that Rema has a bunch of collaborations with everybody, pretty much. Drake, Manu to Overtalk. But there's a lot of stuff in the pipelines that just makes a nigga proud. Just make a nigga happy. Anyway, in about 15 minutes, I have a webinar coming up. For those who signed up for the webinar, make sure that you join in about 15 minutes. I know people have talked about like time zone issues. It's exactly 15 minutes from now. Right now, Eastern time is 12:09, about to be 12:10. So please. If you've signed up, join. If you haven't signed up, the link is in my bio. Sign up and join. And let's get it. All right. Let's see what's going on. What's up, Yari? Well, what's up, everybody? What's up?
Hello, sir.
What's going on, Chief?
I'm staying out of trouble.
Nice.
Hi, it's good to see. Good to see you again.
Hey, same here. Where are you at? What's going on?
I'm in Bismarck, North Dakota, sir.
North Dakota.
Yeah, and it's Saturday, 26/6, 11:11 a.m. in the morning.
Hold on a second. What are you doing in North Dakota? What are you doing in North Dakota, bro?
My brother, I tell you, if you talk to go pay me loan on more, why you?
Let me tell you, I've been to North Dakota twice.
Mm-hmm.
First time I was out there, it was me, Ruckus, and we were on our way to Canada.
Oh, yeah.
So we stopped over in Fargo.
Okay.
And we were the only black people in Fargo.
Literally. Yeah, you're right. So you're totally right.
Actually, no, I lied. We saw one other black person who who also was excited when he saw us.
You're very right. You're totally right. I was the only the only African in my class. I was the only Nigerian in my class. And in my neighborhood, I live in Mandan, and my younger brother and I are the only two black guys in the whole of the community. So when you see my car, and I'm going to flip my camera for you real quick if I can. Sure. I have this Wakanda Forever sticker on my car. And so when you see it, it's that's the older black guy. The younger black guy drives another car. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because of the time difference, I'm trying to keep up so I can join the webinar and everything. I signed up about a week ago, so I'm trying to keep up and all.
Nice, nice, nice. Love it,
Yeah.
love it. That's actually part of the reasons why I logged on, because I know people have had trouble joining the webinar because of the time zone difference, and a lot of people, especially people who have just moved to the States, still don't understand, like, 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Standard Mountain, all of that stuff. So um, that's the reason I joined. I look forward to having you on the webinar. For anybody else who's watching, if you haven't joined yet, here's your opportunity. You can still sign up between now and the next, I guess, 45 minutes to be able to join today's webinar. This may be, in fact, the last webinar of the summer, because after the next class, I'm taking a break. Um, and so, yeah, I don't think that we're going to run another one anytime soon. So this is the opportunity to join.
Okay,
So,
real quick, sir.
yeah, did you have any questions about it, or?
No. I don't have a question. I just have a more of like a Thanksgiving. I want to say to you. I want to give to you rather. You are amongst the handful of Nigerians that live in diaspora that have good intention, not scam or good intention to want to lift a lot of people out there out of this paycheck to paycheck trap. And I am very grateful that I have someone like you, not just a music pioneer, someone that's been a mentor in my life for almost 20 years. Like I would repeat again, the first time I met you in 2001 at Unilag, they were shooting the video of Twilight Zone. And I met you at the Department of Aki, and you spoke to me a little bit, and you were like, dude, just go all out there and do what you can do, leave a mark in life and everything. And I've lived by that. And meeting you again and seeing that you haven't stopped, you've grown from where you were before to a bigger spot. And right now you're looking back, doing these webinars and trying to lift people out of poverty. It shows that, you have something good to give out there. And God bless you. And may God continue to provide you with more wisdom. And God bless your mom too. God bless her richly. You get what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate you. I appreciate you. Like, and you're right. My mom doesn't get enough credit. But thank you so much for for your kindness, for your, for the good words, and for the encouragement, because it's when I hear, things like this, that's sort of what keeps me going, right? Is knowing that
Mm-hmm.
somehow my effort to try to lift people, you know, is not going to waste. I don't even mind not being acknowledged. Like, I've never been one to seek acknowledgement, but just knowing that people are actually truly benefiting from it. You know what I mean? Like, that's all that matters to me. So thank you. I appreciate it.
You're
Thank you.
welcome, sir. All right,
Yeah.
sir. Yep.
No worries. Appreciate it, bro.
How do I get out of here? Oh,
I
hold
don't know. I
on.
don't know. I don't know how to, I don't know how
Ayé
to
3310 gan-an, ó easy ju gbogbo eléyìí lọ. Báwo la ṣe máa jáde báyìí o?
let me
I don't
see.
know. I don't know.
How do you do this? Somebody's okay. I think he got it. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? Um, what's happening today now? What's in happen today? What's in happen today? Where are you guys? What are you guys up to? Where are you guys at? I mean, I'm super hyped this morning because of that Justin Bieber song that just came out. Like, I'm just like hype. You guys don't understand. I remember Mastercraft when he come or Molly. We be say, and tell me one day say in Waka from. Where did he say he walked from? He said he walked from maybe like Yanopaja or something, you know. And I was just like, yo, this brother is so full of this person is so talented. And look at the struggle. So it's a different kind of joy to see a Justin Bieber record that is being promoted by Justin Bieber, that has been remixed by the same Mastercraft we deal Mole that time, where no say they struggle. And just to see all of this, like, guys, dreams, and when you have a dream, don't ever let go of your dream, because there's nothing that is impossible. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing impossible. I remember 1998 sitting down with KB and telling KB, yo, listen, I know it's hard to see right now, but this thing we're about to do, I'm almost certain, it was almost like prophecy. I'm almost certain that one day we're going to sit down with all these people we're watching on TV. As a matter of fact, all these people who are watching on TV are going to want to sit down with us because we would have created something, we would have created a monster. I know he believed it. I know he believed it, because if he didn't believe it, we wouldn't have gone even 2 steps beyond where we were at that point. But to see it actually come to fruition, to see the Grammys pour in. Do you guys know how many people got Grammy this year from Nigeria? I don't think you guys understand how this thing works. The producer gets one, the writers get, the artist gets, the label, everybody gets. So it's Wiz, it's Burner, it's the producers, it's the writers, everybody gets. They got Grammy from the Burner album. They got Grammy from the Beyonce album. Fucking Beyonce made a whole album. Afrobeats album. I don't think you guys understand how big of a deal it is. Like, for the young people that are out there who came in and saw this whole thing after it's already become something, you cannot appreciate where I'm coming from. There was a time, and there are people alive today that can testify to this. There was a time in Nigeria where they did not play any Nigerian music on the radio. Nigerian music did not play on the radio in Nigeria. Can you just try and picture that? Like, from where you're at right now and from your current experience, try to imagine what it's like for Nigerian music to not be able to play on Nigerian radio. Just think about that for a second. I'll pause. That the only thing that played on Nigerian radio was foreign music. Hip hop, R&B, pop, rock, country music. Fucking country music was played in Nigeria on the radio. And we set out to change that. I remember those days we would go to Rhythm and park at the station at like 5 a.m. in the morning, because I knew the guys who did the morning segment. No, what am I saying? 4 a.m. in the morning, because I knew the guys who did the morning segment would have to get to work at like 4:35 in order to be able to start. So I'll drive and park outside the radio station just so that I can have an opportunity to see them when they're driving in, because they'll never let you into the radio station compound, right? To see them when they're driving in, so I can run to the car and hand the CD and say, please listen to it. If the spirit moves you, play it. This is the struggle of Afrobeats music that people don't even understand. I remember meeting other artists in the same struggle. That Rhythm FM gate, I don't think you guys understand what I'm talking about. There would be like just people lurking, with CDs, just hoping that somehow one of the OAPs will just have mercy on you and decide to even accept the CD, first of all, and then get it to the point where they actually play it. I remember where I was the first time I heard Tribesmen on the radio. I remember exactly where I was. I was in my house in Lagos. I was downstairs, and next thing I know, oh no, I was aware. I was listening to the radio, because I listen to the radio every day. That's how we got new music. And again, foreign music, nothing, no Niger, nothing. Just foreign music they play that time. And I'm sitting there, and I usually have a cassette deck. I make a cassette. You guys don't know what a cassette is. So a cassette is this little device that had a tape in it, and that's how we listened to music back then. So in order to record, you would have to get a cassette deck that has a record option, and then you put the tape in it, and you hit record, and then you can record whatever is playing. So basically, the way that those things work is, if you're listening to radio, you can put your cassette in it, push, and then hit record, and it will record whatever was playing on the radio. So anytime I wanted to hear new songs, I'll listen to J.A.J's Top 7 Jams at 7. You guys probably hear Top 7 Jams at 7. You don't know how old that program is. It's been on forever. So I would listen to Top 7 Jams at 7 just to see if there was anything that was popping, that he was going to play. And this one time, as usual, he's playing on this particular day. I'm sitting there, and then he gets to he's doing the countdown, right? And then he gets to number 3. And then he's like, oh, at number 2 this week, you know, this is so fresh, it's so dope. It's African, you know, it's Nigerian. These are rappers. They're so I was thinking, oh my God, somebody finally made it onto the radio with their stuff. I was like, damn, I wonder who these people are. And you know, and this is just mind blowing. At number 2 this week, debuting at number 2, by the way, is Tribal Marks by Tribesman. Now, when he said that, you know, like how in movies they do like the little zoom pan effect where like everything just, it's almost like you feel a little dizzy. The screen just kind of pulls back away from you. Like my ears start ringing. Like all kinds of emotions came over me that day. And then the next thing, my mom is running down the steps. My sisters are running from their rooms. Everybody is losing their minds in my house. And then my home phone, we had a home phone, the rotary phone. My home phone starts ringing. Hello, 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 hello. Yo, they're playing your song on the radio. Go to the radio. The entire, everyone in Lagos is phoning us. Your song is on the radio, your song is on the radio, your song is on the radio, your song is on the radio. I can't explain what that experience or that feeling was like because Nigerian music didn't play on Nigerian radio. So to not just have the music play, but to come in at number 2 on one of the biggest charting shows at the time, actually probably one of the most popular radio shows, if not the most popular radio show at the time, was a really big deal. And to go from Nigerians not wanting to even hear Nigerian music to us wanting to play it on the radio, to the point where I'm in New York one day and somebody hits me up and they're like, oh, we're trying to reach Tiwa Savage. And I'm like, what do you need Tiwa Savage for? And they're like, oh, Cruella wants to do a feature. And you guys can't understand. You guys can't understand. I don't think you get it. So anyway, I say all of that to say I'm very honored, privileged, grateful to be alive, to see that transition, to see this not only go from 0 to 1, but from really 0 to 100 at this point. Because, I mean, what else is left? Mastercraft is remixing Justin Bieber's single, and it's the big release for today. Like, what else is, what else? If to say Michael Jackson did, instead for don't do. I don't think you guys understand this, but let me talk to someone. Too Shorty! Too short. Yo, listen. Guys have no clue. No clue. Too short.
Boss man.
Please come and tell them. Come and tell them, please. Wait, first of all, let me first start with this. Let me start with this, right? I don't know if you're aware, but did you know that there's a remix of Peaches by Mastercraft that Justin Bieber is promoting today?
A remix of what?
Peaches. I got my peaches out in Georgia.
Oh, for real?
So Mastercraft did a remix.
Who?
That features Omale as well. Yeah.
For real? Shit.
Check this out. Check this out.
Remix with Justin Bieber.
See, this was Sweet Pass all the original, all those remix, all those people try to forget. But anyway,
Yeah. I'll check it out.
Anyway, I want you to. I knew you can feel me, so I'm happy that you're here. You can feel me when I say. Get time when we say they don't even want to hear Nigerian music. For Nigeria radio, not be say for Yankee, for Nigeria, they don't want to hear Nigerian music.
Radio stations playing Nigerian.
They don't want to hear
Only two. radio stations, and that was Rhythm 93.7.
Yeah, that's it. Rhythm
Actually,
Cool.
actually,
Rhythm Cool Rick Power.
there was one on the mainland and there was one on the island. It was Rhythm 93.7 and it was Star FM.
No, Star FM was later.
Star FM was really, really later, but those were
No, I'm talking about like the for the main, like the very beginning.
93.7. That was it.
93.7 Cool FM.
Cool FM, yeah.
Shout out to Chris Ubosi. Shout out to Chris Ubosi, Dari Atalade, Eldee Extra Large.
Eldee Extra Large.
JJ Top Gun.
Top Gun.
These people don't get their flowers, so let's give them their flowers.
Actually, JAJ Top Gun.
JJ. These people don't get their flowers.
You know what it took for your song to make JJ's top 10 countdown list? Like, it took a lot for your song, for a Nigerian song, to make it there.
Too short. It took a lot for your song to even get on the radio. First of all, for them to even take it as okay, you know what?
We'll play. For the DJ to even play the song, not to talk of radio. Yeah, the radio was radio was really like if you got your song on radio. I need to put something this my life. Like if you got your song on radio, it don't be for you. Like you are made. Like if your song played once in a week on radio, that's like you've really achieved something this entire life. It was I remember Lekki Song Splash.
Man.
If you got on that show, you have made it in this entire life. You know, that was a transition. We've had a lot of from time.
It was major. It was major. And then to go from there to okay, they don't need plan now. People don't know this, but when I was in Unilag, and everybody wants to tell a glorious story about how, you know, people came up from you know, Unilag and they got the support of it. When I started off in Unilag, or when people started to know me in Unilag, they used to call me the mad rapper.
I know this.
They used to call me the mad rapper in Ozolo. I remember that time. All the boys, they're my friends now, so I know free shit on them, but they used to call me the mad rapper. All this nonsense, Nigerian music. No, man, you want to make some shit, man, you gotta be like Jay-Z, man. You gotta be like this, that. I remember I used to say that time. Remember T-shirts? I'm sure you remember. I said that time, like, guys, this thing has to be unapologetically Nigerian. We have to make it our own. We can't outdo Busta Rhymes. We cannot outdo fucking Jay-Z or JD, whoever was popping at the time. We can't outdo Snoop Dogg. We can't do what they do. But guess what? They can't do what we do either. So if we can, this thing that we know how to do, if we master this shit, we will rule the world with this shit because nobody will be able to compete with us. And that's exactly what's happening right now. For me, I don't know about anybody else, for me, there's nothing that gives me more joy than to see that dream. Because it was a dream. You know, and people that are young who are like seeing Nigerian music for what it is today, they don't understand how much of a dream this was 20 years ago. Like it was a dream. It was like an impossible, unimaginable reality that one day the biggest artists in the world will look at us and say, that thing with those people they do, I want chop inside. I want this now. Me they carry on come put down for inside my own set. Make that ginger. I remember when Burna Boy was on when he was on the Daily Show, he was telling what's his name? What's the host's name again? South African dude, which is a whole nother story about how he becomes the host of the Daily Show, by the way. He was telling him how this music is like making a pizza. Did you ever see that interview? Where he was saying it's like different flavors, you know. So like the base is the dough, and then you put like small reggae, small, you know, Afrobeats, small high life, this, that, and the other. That was the formula. If you remember, you were there.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was the formula. The formula was, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with the music that people's ears are already tuned to, and then we're going to own it and make it our own. Trevor Noah, was who he was talking to. We're gonna make it our own, and we have made it our own.
And now they can't get enough of it. They all
bro.
piece of that bite.
It is the
That's the new
it is
sound now.
it is the
Not the new sound.
template
It's the
now.
definite sound now. It's the definite sound now. It's not the new.
Yeah. I'm happy we're alive to be able to even do this Instagram live to be talking about it, because there are plenty of people that were part of that vision that unfortunately did not live to see today. Me, I'm just glad. I'm happy that I'm alive. I'm happy that you're here, you know, and everybody else that hasn't gotten their flowers that I feel really deserve to get their flowers. Let me just use this opportunity to just, I'll let you talk to T-shirt, to just shout out to JJ Top Gun for even taking the chance, because it was a difficult thing to do at the time, to break your set, to have following, to have such a huge following, and then to decide that, no, I'm going to plug in something that people aren't used to, and I'm going to make them accept it. Because it took a lot to be able to do that. It took a lot for Chris Ubosi, my big Egbon, who has been just such a pillar of support from the beginning, from the very first day I met him with Dari at Cool FM up until tomorrow, to just be there and just be able to just support. Just say, okay, you know what, these young guys are trying to build something. They have passion. Let me support them, regardless of how much I'm going against the grain. Because those are the people that built the foundation for this institution of, say, the music. Say people even hear them for other states. We can ginger some people say, okay, this music thing. He said, if you do this music thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't think people understand that when it was them Baba Frayo and them, the way people they look musician for Nigeria, not like touts, not like they look down at Nigerian musicians. They never nobody respected Nigerian music. You know what I'm saying?
My dad had a heart attack when it became clear that I wanted to do music.
Bro,
The guy had a heart attack. I was like, you know what? Get the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house. Like, you're a useless child. Get the fuck out of my house. So that's how we're all looked at. We're looked as druggies,
yeah,
never do wells, no future ambition. Actually, we were the complete definition of the word NFAs. And to be able to go through all that turmoil, and the worst part of it was, while we were still doing the music, we weren't getting money for it. There was
money.
Nobody felt that it was right to pay a Nigerian artist. First of all, what is a Nigerian artist? What is that? Like, is that even a thing? You understand? So nobody thought it to even pay. So when you first of all lost out on, like, your backbone, which could be like your family.
Family, right?
You understand? When you've lost out on that, and then you're out on the streets trying to chase a dream that even you are not sure might make sense in the end. But just because of the past, and you say, you know what? If I die doing this, this is what I do. You understand? Maybe someday. We didn't even have the idea of maybe somebody will remember us for what we did, you know, in the future someday. But we just did it anyway. When I remember one time and that's how we recorded Carry On Go. You know, I was watching TV and I was like, man, I can do this and I could do this better, you know, and going through that time and doing it and still keeping at it, you know. I remember the first time Joe ever gave me, in fact, let me say this again. Remember the whole the pirated copy album. I remember how much Joe bought that album for me for now. Everything was sold for like 50K. Inside 50K, I used 30K pay DJT to shoot video. You understand? And then we now did, you understand? So what I'm trying to say, that was me digressing a bit. What I was trying to get at was, imagine going through all of that, not having a backbone, you know, still sticking to something that you really believe in, not knowing if it was going to work out or not. And we were doing it, and not having people say, you know what, I like what you're doing. Come on, how much do you want for your time? I need you in my event. We used to beg people to have us being slotted into an event just so that show that art that we knew how to do well. You know, we did hustle, tell them, say, okay, let me just come and showcase my stuff, you know, and people look at you like, this one safe. Okay, let me just manage and give you 5 minutes, you know, inside my entire time. And we kept doing that constantly, year in, year out, week in, week out, every month, every year, and we kept pushing that. And like you said, there were people who were there, who stood, who believed in it, that actually said, you know what, we will encourage this and let's see how it goes.
Right. DJ Jimmy Jat doesn't get his flowers.
Jimmy
don't get his flowers.
Jimmy, as far as shit, I can't remember. Jimmy goes as far as like 2000, and let me say from the time that I remember. Jimmy goes as far as 2003. And when he was still in what's that place in
the street,
Obalende, he had one small little shop that sold CDs and all that, and that's how he started.
Listen, you know Jimmy, from 2003. I know Jimmy from 1996, bro.
That's why I said from the time that I remember, like it was from 2000.
No, hold on. Let me back up. I know Jimmy from 1992, actually. 1992 is how far back that I've known Jimmy. Let me give you guys small history. So there was a record shop in Kaduna.
I'm saying 2003. I'm sorry. I just muddled my head. Yeah. You're right. It was, it was, wait, hold on. 1991.
Yeah, 2003 is much later. I'm talking about,
2003, later. You're right.
This stuff.
I just mixed up time.
Allen Avenue, like, I grew up in Kaduna, obviously. There was a record shop called Seek Records. Seek Records was owned by a guy, if I'm not mistaken, his name was Charles. And Charles had 2 DJs in training. One of them was Mixmaster T.
I know Mixmaster T.
Mixmaster T was working at that shop. And when we were kids, I'm talking about when we were like 12, 13, you know, getting into hip hop and all of that. We used to go to Seek Records to go make mixtapes. So then we started booking Mixmaster T as a DJ for our like parties, our birthday parties and all that kind of stuff. Mixmaster T moved from Kaduna to Lagos. And when he was moving, he told me, I was like, he's going to Lagos, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, I'm going to Lagos too. I'm wrapping up next year. I was in SS2. So he moves to Lagos, and then I go to meet him in Lagos at his new store. Guess where he was? Jack's studio.
Jack's studio in Obalende. Yeah. I met
so that was my
same day at the same time, on the same day on Obalende, at Obalende. Yeah. I remember. Right. Yeah.
So I meet him there, and he introduces me to Jimmy Jad, and he tells Jad, he's like, oh, I know these kids from KD. These boys can rap, they can dance or whatever. And I can never forget what Jimmy said to me that day. He said, if you ever need anything, beats, anything like that, or you want to record, come to my shop. The very first demo that I made that was recorded in a studio.
From the mic through the vinyl and recorded.
They play vinyl. Then you go don't get your rap ready.
You go don't recite that rap.
Don't memorize and don't take on beats. Meanwhile, you know Sabi the instrumental way you could do on.
No, you know your rap.
When you reach there, you could just play one beat. They say, yeah, this one, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then, meanwhile, the DJs are like, on my one walk, so you have 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Then it's 30 minutes to probably do the full tape.
To record to record the whole thing. So then put the tape. Oh yeah, this one. Mention my name inside this. DJ. And then you do the recording, and you basically have one take. One take. There's no double. There's no second take. There's one take, right?
You have to know where the chorus gets. First of all, you listen to the whole instrumental so that you will know where the chorus go day. Then you have to, man, that was a lot of work, man.
Yo, I remember the very first one I recorded was Tribe Called Quest, Stressed Out. I really know how it is
to be stressed out.
This one.
I did some on that beat too.
Yo, I was like, Of course, I don't know the rap right now, but it must have been very cheesy. But when I finished that recording and I played it back, when Jet heard it, he was like, "Wait, no, play it again, play it again. Who taught you how to rap? Why did you know how to? Why did you do that? Okay, you know what? I told you anytime, just come here." So basically, that support, encouragement, just the fact that there was somebody else that believed in this thing and understood what we were trying to do and recognized the amount of effort that was going into it and just wanted to support it. You know, if I've never said thank you to DJ Jimmy Jack before, I want to say a huge thank you to him now. I also want to say thank you to
Shout out
Mixmaster
to him.
P.
He's always supported. He became like a big brother. I was there from his first kid, his second kid. He has a wonderful wife. He has a wonderful family. Jimmy is a wonderful soul. I've never seen Jimmy pissed off before, ever. He always.
I have. The only time I've seen him pissed off. The only time I've seen him pissed off is when people mess with Nigerian artists. That's the only time you see Jimmy pissed off. And that shows you the kind of person he is and the kind of heart that he had for this genre. I don't think that, I really honestly hope that he gets a chance to really, truly receive his flowers, because even when people talk about like the beginnings of it, people don't realize that the first opportunity rappers had to perform was at Jimmy's Tupac Remembers. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Do you know that Jimmy had a show at Water Parks that started the year after Tupac died, and he used to have it every year?
Yeah, I remember.
And that was the 90. So Tupac died in 96, right?
Yeah.
So 97, 98, 99, he used to have the Tupac Remembers show at Water Parks on Okwebi. Do you know what that show did? I don't even know if he knows what that show did. What that show did was it created a hip hop community in Lagos. That was where I met the First Stack Boys. That was where I met Mode 9, 6 Plus, the whole SWAT
the whole SWAT team, yeah.
Rough, Rugged, and Raw.
Oldee the rapper.
Listen, no, Oldee was in the north at that time.
No, wait, hold on.
Oldee came in later.
Oldee came later. Oldee came later.
Oldee came in later.
He came in later.
But I mean, not that he wasn't rapping then, he was rapping. What I'm saying, those set of people at that Tupac Remember show at Okwebi, that was how the hip hop community started to form. OJB, Normalus. Guys don't know Normalus had been there since then.
Who you are.
Bounce.
Rest in peace, Normalus.
Rugged Man. Who did I meet? Who else did I meet? I met a bunch of people at that gathering. If he didn't have those shows for us to perform, everybody else who was doing their thing in their little corners would not have realized that there was something brewing or a community around it to give validation to what they were doing. Like, because I feel like people don't recognize how important it is for what you're doing to be validated. Like for someone to say, you do well. You did try. You're onto something. Do you get what I'm saying? That right there was the melting pot, really, for what was to become, the Nigerian music industry. The fact that whole setting came together, and the fact that he decided that during the show he would showcase all of these rappers, these amazing rappers that he had met over the years, and allow everybody an opportunity to perform. And he would DJ for you. This was the biggest DJ in the country, really, at the time. Jimmy had been the biggest DJ in the country, period.
Still is, right? Period. Still is, period. I don't care. I mean, shout out to every other DJ.
You know what I'm saying?
He still is, period.
And he's like, yo, listen, I'm going to support this by letting these kids come up and do their thing. And even when sponsors came in and wanted to pay, Jimmy never said, oh, give me the money. He would say, hey, these guys are doing something. Oh, I heard that there's something with Rothman's Groove. You should talk to them.
Yeah, they did that a
My
lot.
very first tour was with Rothman's Groove in 1998. 97, 98? 98.
98. Yeah, that was the first Rutman's Groove show.
First tour. I went on tour with Rothman's Groove, and I did a bunch of venues, and they paid me what at the time would seem like measly money now, but it was equivalent to them paying me about 500K per show or something, at the time. Decent money, not enough to continue to fund, which is why somebody else that now, I'm grateful that she's still alive, I get to give her flowers as well as my mom. My mom supported this shit just because. She was just like, all right, fuck it. You want to do music? Okay, cool, fuck. How much do you need? That's a lot of money, but she in her mind, I don't think she actually ever like saw the vision, like, oh, big picture, this thing's gonna blow up, it's gonna become this whole big genre or whatever. She just wanted to support her child, I think. Right? Every time I ask her, she's just like, it's what you want to do now. I just want to support you. Against all odds, are you mad? How can you allow your child to be a musician? Oh, all those musicians, they're doing drugs.
Yeah.
That's what you want?
They are doing drugs. They are womanizers. They don't have any future ambition. They are useless.
No future. They're useless. My mama said, that's what he wants to do. And she supported it. So, again, validation from even her saying, okay, let me hear it. And then I play it. And then she's like, okay. Then I say, do you like it? And she says yes. Even though I know deep down that she didn't understand what I was doing. She's just like, oh, yeah, it's nice. It's nice. That validation, Jimmy, Chris Obusi, JJ Topcon, Eddie Lani eventually.
Lani. Oh.
Because initially he wasn't having it. But at some point he was like, okay, these niggas may be onto something. And he pulled us in and he carried us along. Ayani Mashon. People don't know Ayani Mashon's story. Ayani Mashon was in KD doing lyric books. I wrote some lyrics.
That's how
he probably doesn't remember that I wrote some of those lyrics.
That's how hip hop world started. From those little lyric pamphlets that he used to sell.
I'm telling you.
Then he brought it they used to sell it at Oshodi. The Oshodi was like a hub of hip hop world's pamphlet sales. If you needed any lyric to any song, it was sold in Oshodi after he moved from KD. That was the hub of, if people don't know, that was like the major hub of the hip hop world awards that we celebrate right now. That's how it really started.
That's how it started. Niggas was making like lyric books. He was selling them. He was hustling them. And then at some point, he was like, yo, we got to print this. They started printing it. I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be alive. I have to jump off in a few minutes because I have a webinar that's coming up in like 10 minutes. So for those who signed up for the webinar, make sure to join. If you haven't signed up yet, join as well. But I'll give you the rest of the time to say something. But I just wanted to use this opportunity. Two shots. First of all, I appreciate you. I love you. You're my brother.
Love you too, boss. We
started this shit together, and I'm happy that we're here and we're in good health, seeing everything play out.
Seeing everything play out. Sometimes when I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, we started this shit. Like, let me actually give myself my own flowers if they're not gonna give it.
Get it, nigga, get
it. And first of all, you gave me the idea. I just didn't jump on it because you gave me that idea, and it was when we started talking to. First of all, T. Joe was originally discovered by Eldee Don, and then I moved forward to get closer to him. But the fact that Nigerian music can actually be on Spotify, iTunes, internet, the fact that people can actually pay money to purchase Nigerian music was a battle that I started in Alaba. I basically had to go into that market. How Alaba crazy rich now, mad people, everything. I had to go in there, start fighting them, busting shops, teamed up with Tijo. We started fighting, and that thing became so big that Charlie Boy had to join in that revolution. I remember we had a march.
Right.
I remember we had a march from Allen to Okpe. We walked around the whole Ikeja with bikes and people protesting that Nigerian music must be sold. not pirated. You understand? And then from there, we had a march to Alaba, and we started to fight these pirates and start to educate them on importance of paying Nigerian artists for their work. And that's really how the sales of Nigerian music really started. So just in case guys don't know this, I just had to put that out there. Let me give myself my own flower, I beg.
Take it, brother, because there are a lot of these stories that, and I know we've talked about documentaries, we've talked about all kinds of things over and over again. We've not had time to actually sit down and articulate it, but I think it's important that we find a way to do so sooner rather than later, because a lot of these stories end up not being told properly. I was watching the Boyz II Men documentary yesterday. I lived through the rise and sort of taper out of the Boyz II Men era, right? And I saw everything sort of play out the same way I saw the rise of like the second wave of hip hop, right? From like the Nas era all the way through to, you know, the Diddy's and the Suge Knights and whatnot, right? And I saw what they did, and it was almost like a template of what we were capable of doing. And that was where I drew my own inspiration from. Was like, yo, these guys can do it, we can do it too. Everything from selling records out of the trunk, we did that. From making the tapes, recording the tapes. Remember when we used to be in Ikololu with blank CDs and the CD duplicating machine that I went to go and buy, duplicating our own CDs.
We used to duplicate our own CDs, make them, go and print them at what's the place where we used to print the covers?
Shomolu.
We go to Shomolu, print the covers, and bring it back, and all of us
bring
will
it back
down and
sit down and start putting the CDs in the sleeves, and then everybody would take a certain batch
of copies.
T-shirts will carry of copies
in my bag, and I'll go and start selling.
And everybody goes to their different campuses to go sell. Dell would go to, you know, Ife. Dr. Sid would go to UI.
I'll go to Lasso.
T-shirts go to Lasso. Eldee and KB go to Unilag.
Just ready.
Yo.
And the thing was, we used to sell them all out.
That's right.
We used to sell
It blew up. It blew up. And I'm glad we had this conversation, man. 6 minutes to go. I gotta jump. Like I said, gotta go get some water. I have a long webinar to kick it, to jump into. But Two Shots, like I said, I appreciate you. And
people keep asking, I'm just thinking about us doing a documentary. We should take out a time, like one full day, see if we can add like 2 more other pioneers, not rappers, not artists, but maybe I mean, like some heads who were there in, you know, in the era that we started with, and probably do like a little documentary and, you know, educate people on it. Some people are actually volunteering to be on the production team. Shout out to AB Fresh. I see what you're saying. We'll think about it. Talk to Eldee.
Let's talk. Yeah, let's talk. No, talk to Two Shots too. Let's talk about it. Let's connect. Because I think that these stories need to be told for no other reason, to encourage today's Nigerians and to let them know that there's nothing that's impossible. To let them know that the Nigeria that you're in right now, that you think is such a mess, can be fixed. All it takes is just a few people who are passionate, who believe, and who pursue. There will always be people along that will lend a helping hand to whatever cause it is that you're after. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really, really believe that, because from where we were coming from, I think it's actually way more challenging than what people are dealing with right now in terms of the struggle to fix Nigeria. I think it was way more challenging. I dare say it was way more challenging.
Yeah, it was
right now. So
I mean, we have it available.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right.
Much love, brother. Let's do it again.
Do it again.